Return of the Living Dead, Part 3. Well, here we go, I guess. I just want to start off with saying I love the first Return of the Living Dead and Part 2. Maybe more than the first. But this movie here just didn't even come anywhere near close to the magic that the first two films captured. And that's exactly why I'm here to talk about it. So you don't have to watch the monstrosity that is Return of the Living Dead, Part 3. When this shit show starts off, we're in some sort of an underground military base where some idiots are conducting experiments on some corpses to see if the 2,4,5-trioxin will reanimate the bodies, making them the ultimate bioweapon. So let's rewind here. Forgot to mention our two main characters of the film, Kurt and Julie, and their boyfriend and girlfriend. Kurt here is actually the son of the Colonel guy, John. Julie got Kurt to steal his dad's security card so they can sneak into the military base.
What are you doing?
It's all on my tongue.
So after the middle-aged teens get paranoid and get the fuck out of Dodge, we cut back to the experiment room, where the test seems to be going surprisingly smooth.
I must admit, Reynolds, even though I think the exoskeletal approach would be more efficient, there's no arguing with your results.
But of course this is a zombie movie, and shit just goes completely sideways. So far, the movie seems pretty solid, huh?
Oh my God!
Well, don't you worry, folks, because it's just gonna get shittier and shittier as the movie goes on.
That is one big pile of shit.
Later on that night over at Kurt's house, him and Julie are getting it the fuck on, because nothing makes her hornier than cold dead guys.
Remember that horrible scream?
I'm trying not to.
God, I bet he was in hell. It must be awful to be dead.
Kurt's dad comes home after a long day of reanimating corpses to give Kurt the news that he's being transferred and they will be leaving in the morning.
I got a little bad news tonight. I'm being reassigned to another project.
But Kurt is your standard 90s edgy middle-aged teen, so he's not about that shit.
Dad, I'm not going! Curtis, I am not finished talking with you yet.
So he takes his girl and his motorcycle on the road.
Come on, Kurt. I'm going.
They're tearing ass down the road when Julie tries to grab herself some of that dick. When this happens, gives a whole new meaning to keep your hands to yourself, huh? After crashing his bike into the telephone pole like an idiot, he realizes that Julie didn't quite make it. So, this is where he gets the bright idea to bring her back to life. Didn't you learn anything from Pet Sematary Man? Come on now! He sneaks back into the base, and because of plot convenience, he does just that.
Oh my God. Julie!
She's alive! Alive! By the name of this fuck-all movie! She's alive!
Kurt, what happened?
You see, we were on the...
Now it's time to get the fuck out of here. But first, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the derpiest, most ridiculous looking zombie to ever grace cinema. I mean, would you look at this fucking thing? It's like they weren't even trying. Just slap this mess of a zombie together and just called it a day. I mean, I know it's a zombie and it's supposed to look crazy, but could have just had a person in some makeup rather than this shit. God damn!
That is one big pile of shit.
Right as they're going to leave, some security guy attempts to stop them, but just ends up being mauled by Derpy McDerperson here. Oh boy. Now that Julie is all zombied out, she's starting to become extremely hungry.
Kurt, give me some fucking food now!
Kurt, being a good boyfriend, brings her out to get a bite.
You don't need all this.
Leave me alone, I don't know what I want.
Well, when are you gonna know?
I don't know, when I taste it.
While Julie is stuffing her face with Hostess products, Mark's liquor store is totally being robbed when this happens. Oh, and as these fuckers are running out to make their escape, Julie grabs one of their arms and bites the fuck out of it. So your boy is now infected. And this is the moment where Julie realizes that she really likes the taste of blood.
Come on, get out of here before the cops come.
As they're going to leave the scene of the crime, the shot store clerk hitches a ride with them to the local hospital. Some ways down the road, the clerk opens the back door of the van for some reason while they're being chased by cops and gets shot right in the fucking head. Julie figures there's no sense in letting that freshly dead store clerk go to waste, so she gets to eat.
Brains.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
The cops end up cornering Kurt and the gang, except they come to find out that there's no one in the van except dead clerk guy, and he's really hungry for bacon.
Oh my God!
Oh, and also there's this hilarious mess up right here. You can totally see old dude blinking here. They didn't give a damn to shoot another take? Now that's pretty fucking bad. Shit. Kurt's dad and crew show up to shut that shit the fuck down. Down in the sewers, we don't get anything cool like Pennywise or the Ninja Turtles, but what we do get is some good old middle-aged teenage arguing.
Do you want to be dead? All right, that's fine. What was I thinking? Look at you, you're disgusting.
Oh boy. This pretty much happens because you gotta get the two main characters separated somehow so they can ironically reconnect later. You know, standard movie formula, trope, plot device shit. AKA filler bullshit. So I know what you're thinking. We're just over 45 minutes in, and there's only been 3, maybe 4 zombies, if you want to include the undead freak on a leash, Julie over here. Still no hordes of zombies all over the town. No badass dead rising from their grave scene. Nothing. Well, get used to it, folks, because there's none of that badass zombie shit in this movie. Just a bunch of edgy 90s middle-aged teenage crap. Yeah, fuck this movie. Later on, after Kurt finds Julie after she threw herself off the damn bridge like some kind of My Chemical Romance song, Kurt runs into the creepy guy that every horror movie just has to have for some reason.
You don't get no deader than that. You don't understand. It's impossible.
Later on, they run into their old buddies from the liquor store, and they're pretty stoked to see them.
You're Saturday! Hey! You got a fucking thing! Yeah!
We gotta get out of here.
Julie lets her freak flag fly once again and takes on an even more edgier look. You know, the 90s. Some more shenanigans ensue, and we get 4 more zombies. So there's a total of 8 zombies so far in this supposed to be zombie movie. Still just not enough movie. Did I mention this movie just fucking sucks? Like, look at this motherfucker. The derpiest of derp. And somebody approved this shit. Julie gets hungry again, and Crazy Bum Guy is right there, so, you know. Kurt walks in on Julie eating Bum Guy and is about to be mauled by one of the 8 zombies the movie has so far when his dad shows up because of that thing we like to call plot. Kurt is sick of Julie's shit, so he lets his dad shoot her with one of those magical zombie be gone darts and puts her crazy ass down. And that's the end of the film. I'm just kidding. We still got about 20 minutes left. We couldn't get off that lucky, could we? Crazy Bum Guy is now a zombie too, so that makes 9 zombies in this zombie movie. So any normal person with a functional brain would have learned a lesson from all this, right? Well, not Kurt. He's a dumbass, and he didn't learn fucking shit.
You're a dumbass.
He breaks Julie out of captivity, and Crazy Bum Zombie Guy is now on the loose. So there's that. Then, at an hour and 28 minutes in, we finally get some kind of fucking zombie action. But like I said before, it's just not enough, movie. The movie then ends with this really sappy-ass Romeo and Juliet sort of thing, where they get into an incinerator and burn to death together, and that's literally how the movie ends. Well, the movie was a dumpster fire, so this ending is actually pretty fitting. But yeah, fuck this movie. So that's Return of the Living Dead Part 3, folks. I can honestly say that I definitely do not recommend this film. The plot, like Jason Goes to Hell, is all the fuck over the place. It's just got a bunch of characters you don't really give a shit about, and the acting is pretty terrible. And you know how shit I think these special effects are, and just the fact that there's only 9, maybe, and that's a big maybe, big if, 10 zombies in the whole movie just doesn't help. I mean, come on. This is a Return of the Living Dead movie. We want to see a group of teenagers in a graveyard where the dead rise. Is that too much to ask for? I know this movie tried something different, but it just didn't capture the magic like the 2 previous films in the franchise so far. Story sucked, characters sucked, the fucking zombies sucked. If you want a good Return of the Living Dead movie, just go back to the first 2, because shit in this franchise just got worse and worse from this installment on. Like, no bullshit. Talking about you, Rave to the Grave. Anyways, Scott86, Return of the Living Dead 3, Part 3, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This movie isn't worth it, folks. It's literally dead on its feet. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Monster Mash.
It's gonna be okay, Joe.